In today's episode of Narco States, we will be discussing the state of Chihuahua. Chihuahua is one of the 31 states in Mexico, and it's the largest state by geographical land area. Chihuahua shares an extensive border with the United States. Want to know more about this Mexican state? Then stay with me to the end. Before we begin, kindly hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing content like the one you're about to watch. Let's begin. Chihuahua is one of the 32 federal entities of Mexico and is located in northwestern Mexico. How Chihuahua earned its name has been a long-standing debate by linguists and historians. However, a widely accepted theory says that the name was derived from the Nahuatl language, meaning the place where the water of the rivers meet, or confluence. Chihuahua is bordered by the states of Sonora to the west and Sinaloa to the southwest, Durango to the south, and Coahuila to the east. It shares an extensive border with the United States to the north and northeast and lies adjacent to the U.S. states of New Mexico and Texas. Its capital city is Chihuahua City. Chihuahua is known as the Big State or the Great State, or El Estado Grande. It has 67 municipalities and its largest city is Ciudad Juarez. The state is populous as it has a city with a population exceeding 1 million. Ciudad Juarez is ranked 8th most populous city in the country. Chihuahua City, the capital, is ranked 16th most populous in Mexico. Although Chihuahua is primarily identified with its namesake, the Chihuahua Desert, it has more forest than any other state in Mexico, aside from Durango. The state is characterized by rugged mountainous terrain and deep river valleys. Chihuahua's terrains are dominated by the Sierra Madre Occidental mountain range, part of the continental spine, including the Rocky Mountains. The state is home to the state's greatest attraction, Las Barrancas del Cobre, or Copper Canyon, a canyon system larger and deeper than the Grand Canyon. Chihuahua is known for its diversified state economy, with three most important economic centers: Ciudad Juarez, an international manufacturing center; Chihuahua, the state capital; and Cuauhtemoc, the state's primary agriculture hub and an internationally recognized center for apple production. Today, Chihuahua serves as a vital commercial route between Mexico and the United States. The state prospers from billions of dollars from international trade as a result of NAFTA. On the other hand, the underworld of drug trafficking gains a lot from the illicit trade and activities from drug cartels, especially at the border. A fun fact about Chihuahua is that the dog Chihuahua is named after the state. Chihuahuas are one of the smaller breed of dogs. Chihuahua's status as a narco state is due to its extensive borders with the United States. It makes it suitable as a smuggling site to enhance the drug trade from Mexico. Narco trafficking in the state can be traced as far as back as the 1930s when drug gangs existed. These gangs used politics to maintain their hold and achieve success. Here, they bribe corrupt politicians who ensure their safety and enhance the smooth running of the drug trade. Then, when Mexico became the alternative smuggling route for the Colombians, Chihuahua, especially Ciudad Juarez, became the hotspot for drug traffickers. The first known drug lord to control a large cocaine trade through Chihuahua was Pablo Acosta Villarreal, alias El Zorro de Ojinaga, or the Ojinaga Fox. He was a Mexican drug smuggler who controlled drug smuggling along a 200-mile stretch of the Mexico-United States border. He made his operation based in the once little dusty border town of Ojinaga, Chihuahua, Mexico. At the height of his career, during 1984 to 1986, he was smuggling 60 tons of cocaine per year for the Colombians, plus the incalculable amounts of marijuana and heroin, which were his primary trade. Acosta ensured the security for 5 tons of cocaine being flown by turboprop aircraft every month from Colombia to Ojinaga. It was possible through a protection scheme with Mexican federal and state police agencies and the Mexican Army. These cocaine-filled aircraft sometimes land at the municipal airport and dirt airstrips on ranches upriver from Ojinaga. Acosta made a lot of money from his trade and laundered it through chains of luxurious restaurants and hotels. He made this money initially from the smuggling of marijuana and heroin from Chihuahua to Texas through the border smuggling sites. Then, when he branched into the cocaine trade, he made more. Acosta Villarreal was the mentor and the business partner of Amado Carrillo Fuentes, the Lord of the Skies, who took over after Acosta's death and formed the Juarez Cartel. The Juarez Cartel was a primary drug trafficking organization operating in Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua. It is a long-standing rival of the Sinaloa cartel and is now known as the Vicente Carrillo Fuentes Organization. The organization was founded around the 1970s, but known as the Acosta Organization until Pablo Acosta Villarreal was killed in April 1987. Rafael Aguilar Juarado initially took his place along with Amado Carrillo Fuentes, nephew of Ernesto Fonseca Carrillo. However, Juarado was eventually betrayed and murdered by Fuentes in 1993, and Amado became the leader of Juarez. Amado brought his brothers and later his son into the business. After Amado died in 1997, Following complications from plastic surgery, a brief turf war erupted over the cartel's control. The conflict was between Amado's brother, Vicente Carrillo Fuentes, and the Muñoz Talavera brothers, with Fuentes eventually becoming the leader. The Juarez Cartel was the dominant player in the country's center, controlling a large percentage of the cocaine traffic from Mexico into the United States. The death of Amado Carrillo Fuentes in 1997 was the beginning of the decline of the Juarez Cartel. Carrillo relied on ties to Mexico's top-ranking drug interdiction officer, Division General Jesus Gutierrez Rebolo. Rebolo was fired from his post and sentenced to prison for his involvement with Amado. He later died from brain cancer while serving his sentence. During the peak of the organization's activities, it supplied about 80% of the marijuana and heroin in the United States. It also distributed 90% of the cocaine smuggled into the United States during the time. The cartel is one of the several drug trafficking organizations that decapitate their rivals, mutilate their corpses, and dump them in public places. It instills fear into the general public and the local law enforcement and their enemies, especially the Sinaloa cartel. The Juarez cartel relies on two enforcement gangs for its operations on both sides of the border. La Linea is a group of corrupt, current and former police officers that operate on the Mexican side, while the Barrio Azteca street gang operates in Mexico and Texan cities such as El Paso, Dallas, and Houston, as well as in New Mexico and Arizona. By 2018, the Juarez cartel's power and influence declined in its home region of Ciudad Juarez. La Linea was the Juarez cartel's most powerful faction in Ciudad Juarez as of June 2020. However, Los Salazar, a powerful cell of the Sinaloa cartel, had also managed to build a significant presence in Ciudad Juarez. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG, known for its brutality in establishing itself as the #1 cartel in Mexico, also made its presence in Ciudad Juarez with its new Juarez cartel. However, it failed to deter the hold, which La Linea and Los Salazar had over the Ciudad Juarez drug trafficking market. There are rarely any famous drug lords that hail from this state. Most of those that operate in the state are Sinaloa citizens looking to extend their trade from Sinaloa to other Mexican states. The only known famous drug lord from the state is Rafael Aguilar Guajardo, 1950 to 1993, was a Mexican drug lord, federal police commander of the Dirección Federal de Seguridad, or DFS in Mexico, and one of the Juarez cartel co-founders. Chihuahua is one of the Golden Triangle states, with Durango in Sinaloa. Violence naturally occurs there due to a series of turf wars associated with drug trafficking. As a result of the various turf wars that have taken place in Ciudad Juarez, the largest city in the state, it's known as the Murder City. At the time, Ciudad Juarez was the murder capital of the world, which earned it the nickname. The battle for Juarez led to 11,400 persons executed by the Sinaloa and Juarez cartels. These organizations and their gang proxies killed rivals, assassinated police, employed car bombs, and intimidated journalists. They also engaged in social cleansing to eliminate their enemies from operating. The violence in Chihuahua reached a new peak during the Sinaloa-Juarez drug turf war, which started in 2007. Hyperviolence was a term used to describe the state of the city at the time. An example of hyperviolence occurred on the 31st January 2010, when armed men stormed into a birthday party in Villa Salvarcar, Ciudad Juarez. The raid led to killings of 16 teenagers and 12 more injured, with none of the teens having any criminal ties. Due to the public outcry, the Mexican government started the We All Are Juarez movement, aiming to reduce the homicide rate. On July 15, 2010, the Juarez cartel escalated violence to a new level by using a car bomb to target federal police officers. Official reports released on the 2nd August 2013 indicate that more than 700 women have been killed and more than 2,000 have disappeared in Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua from 1993 to 2013. Due to the happenings in the state, the Mexican government launched a joint Operation Chihuahua to confront the Juarez cartel and other criminal syndicates operating in the state. The operation also drew in its associated violence, leaving many dead, including locals, which the government termed collateral damage. Chihuahua state suffers from the illegal drug trade and the cartel activities as many families have missing relatives, while some have become displaced from their homes because of the violence. The state is ranked one of the unsafe places in Mexico as violence occurs anytime. The drug trade is also crippling the state's economy with the drug wars on the border sites with the United States. What are your thoughts on this state as a narco state in Mexico? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you enjoy the video? Like and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You'll find our social media handles in the description below.